Hey everybody, it's Nat from Nat's Numbers. I'm so happy to be back here. I have a question today from a three life path, a viewer on YouTube named Paul Bear, and here's what he writes. Nat, I feel very repressed. I have bad anxiety and am always worried about how others will receive me. I've been working on it for a long time now, but it's been really hard. I wish there was something I could do to be me. Any suggestions? I've got a lot of suggestions, Paul. I want to fight for you. I want to be the bodyguard for Three Life Paths because you guys are so special and you're so needed in this world. But what happens is that there's this repressive voice that isn't yours, but that you've internalized, that says it's better to be seen than heard, that says that whatever you have to say or express is not good enough, smart enough, entertaining or witty enough, not sophisticated enough. That if you do speak, you're going to be rejected, ridiculed, judged, or made fun of. Oftentimes for threes that I work with, this is a authoritative, dogmatic figure in your life, oftentimes a father, although not always, that shows up, and it creates a dynamic, that voice creates a dynamic of inhibition, shyness, and inauthenticity, where you don't feel like you can be who you really are. So today I want to help you break open that shell, to tear down that armor so that you can reveal your true inner nature into the world. So I'm going to be sharing with you 2 strategic training exercises that I give to my 3 life path clients that are going to help you start to be more of who you really are. Excuse me. But first, you need to understand 2 fundamental things about being 3. The first thing is to understand why you get this anxiety. So the surface answer to this is that you are designed to have this well of emotion that's constantly being revealed and communicated into the world. But if you dam it up, if you don't have a conduit for it in your life, then all of the thoughts and feelings and emotions and imaginings that you have build up like just billions of pounds of pressure, and it feels like you're going to break apart. So that's one source of the anxiety. But here's the deeper level that I've noticed when I've worked with you guys. You feel anxiety because you're designed to create your reality through the superpower of your self-expression. So let me explain this. Maya Angelou says, someday we'll be able to measure the power of words. I think they are things that get on the walls, they get on the wallpaper, they get in your rugs and your upholstery and your clothes, and finally they get into you. This quote by Maya Angelou speaks to the real life magic that you have, that when you speak or express something, that you create your own climate or your own atmosphere. You have the ability to influence your reality, the room that you're in. Your words, your body language, your emotion imbues, emanates all around you. And the reason why that's important is that anxiety actually comes from when you're letting somebody else create your climate. You're letting somebody else create your reality. It's like letting somebody else's song become the soundtrack of your life. Imagine how that would just make you absolutely insane and crazy. Imagine what it would be like if somebody hijacked the bus of your life and took the driver's seat. No wonder you feel the anxiety. You were designed to create your reality. And if you're not utilizing your self-expression, somebody else is taking the helm. The second important thing to get is the higher purpose of being the 3, of why we're having this conversation in the first place. Your overall mission as the 3 is to release and move life through you, and as you do that, you release and move life through your audience, whoever that might be. The audience is a byproduct of your mission, not the point of your mission. In other words, you will only be well received when you take the risk of receiving and accepting yourself first and foremost. The audience is the byproduct of your mission of revealing and releasing the life that is within you. So let's get into some of these training exercises. Number one, most important step that any 3 can take is to find a personal outlet for self-expression that doesn't require an audience. I've noticed something working with 3s, and it's that oftentimes 3s will wait to be who they are, will wait to feel what they feel or think what they think or ascertain what their opinion is. They will wait to find those things out about themselves until there's somebody sitting there that can witness it, until there happens to be an audience that will listen. And if you live in this conditional way, you'll never truly know yourself. So you have to develop a daily practice of expressing yourself for the joy of expressing it to yourself without the need for an audience. So I'd love to hear from you guys that are 3s. What are some ideas, because you're naturally creative, what are some ideas that you have of how you could express your emotion without needing an audience, without needing somebody to witness it or pull it out of you? Writing, journaling, singing in your underwear, dancing, downloading music that fits your mood and going on a run and sweating it out, reading a book or watching some sort of political commentary or news program and coming to your own opinions or beliefs about it. These are all some of the things that I've heard from other 3s, okay? But I'd love to hear your ideas. The second and last training exercise for you, Paul, once you find that outlet for self-expression without an audience, the second thing that you need to do is to practice being authentic. And unfortunately, what this means is you have to practice being vulnerable, because authenticity and vulnerability go hand in hand. Now, Brené Brown, she has an amazing TED Talk that's out there. She's been on Oprah, awesome books. She's an expert on social connection. And she has said that after interviewing thousands of people and tons of anecdotal research, she's found that what establishes social connection is vulnerability. And it means that we basically have to let go of our professional distance and our professional persona and replace it with uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure. I had a girlfriend of mine tell me, she's like, Natalie, it's really difficult to be friends with you. And I said, what? Why? Scared of what the response is going to be. Is it going to destroy me, And she said, you always show up really stoic and collected. And it's really hard to relate to that. Now, she was absolutely right. I would only meet with her or see her once a month because I only wanted to see her when I was on my A game. I only wanted to rendezvous with people when I was in the best shape that I could be. I didn't want to show my vulnerability. And she said, where's your mess? Where are your F-ups? Where's your doubts? Where are your insecurities? Show me your mess. Well, I took it to heart and I started to show her my mess. I started to show people who I really was in all of its vulnerability. And I have more friends now, more wonderful, deep, authentic connections with people than I ever had in my whole life. And it was all because I decided to share who I really was, what was really on my mind, what I really felt about things, what my true opinions were, what my real interests were. So the second step of practicing being authentic and being vulnerable, it starts with realizing that in every conversation that you have throughout your day, you have the choice of being authentic or not, of sharing what is within you, what is truly within you or not, okay? And I want you to start practicing this. Start practicing revealing the parts of yourself that you might think are unacceptable in baby steps. It might be when somebody asks how you're doing, you tell them the honest truth. It might be that when somebody asks you a question about an interest that you have, instead of showing the edited version, show them the unedited version, right? Instead of spouting out the sophisticated musical interests that you have, tell them that you listen to Britney Spears. Tell them that your favorite TV show is The Biggest Loser. Tell them that you fart in your sleep. I don't care, but tell them the truth, because it takes practice, and what you'll realize is the more that you show who you really are, the more comfortable that you're going to get, and the more allies that you're going to have that are going to have your back no matter what. Okay? So I hope that this helped, Paul. And for all of you other threes out there, I would love to hear from you. How do you share your messiness and your authenticity? And if you have a question that you would like featured in the next Q&A, please let me know. Comment below with your birth date and a simple but detailed question, and it might be featured in next week's episode. I hope you guys have a great day ahead. I'll talk with you later. Bye.